Hi there, I'm Rahul Kuntala from BloggersPassion. If you're looking for a faster way to use ChatGPT for blogging in 2026 and beyond, this video is just for you. I have been blogging for over 15 years, and in this video, I'll show you exactly how I actually use ChatGPT. First, don't use ChatGPT as a writer. If you ask it to write an article from scratch, it will definitely write something for you, but whatever the content it generates is mostly generic, which doesn't add any value either to the user or to the search engines. Instead, think of ChatGPT as your blogging assistant. Let me show you how. The first thing I use ChatGPT is for brainstorming. For example, if I'm writing about SEO tools, I'll simply give it a text prompt like, give me 10 blog post ideas for beginners who are interested in SEO. Within few seconds, I have plenty of ideas to choose from. It gives me topics like what is SEO, how to do keyword research, on-page SEO checklist, how to rank your blog post on Google, biggest SEO mistakes, free SEO tools. These are fantastic topics you could easily cover. Next, I simply asked GPT to create a detailed outline. For example, let's say I want to cover a topic on how to rank your first blog post. Now I'll ask it to give me a detailed outline. Please give me a detailed outline. Within a few seconds, it generates a detailed outline for me where you can see everything from introduction, like, explain why most blog posts never rank. And then it will give you all the descriptive subheadings, like, can your blog post really rank? And then detailed step by steps, choose a low competition keyword, along with the good and bad examples, beginner keyword research tools, understanding the search intent, analyzing the top Google search results. And you don't have to use the exact same outline given by ChatGPT, as you can make any changes. For example, it created FAQs like, can a new blog rank on Google? How many words should my blog post have, etc. You can simply head over to Google and type in your keyword and then just scroll down a bit where you can find people also search questions which are frequently updated by Google that you can use within your FAQ section. Apart from brainstorming topic ideas and doing proper research with ChatGPT, I also use it for improving my existing content. For example, let's say I want to improve the introduction of any of my existing posts. I'll simply copy the introduction and I will give a command like, please improve the introduction to make it more engaging. And that's it. It will give me a more engaging version of that intro. As you can see, the ideas are still mine, but ChatGPT just helped me polish the existing content, like, several paragraphs or, particular important things like introduction, conclusion, etc. That's a much better use of AI than like letting it write everything for you from scratch. So that's how I use ChatGPT for blogging. You can use it basically for brainstorming, outlining, researching, editing, proofreading, and even like generating hundreds of content ideas. But just don't depend on it to create your entire article, because it will give you generic content that doesn't add any value. At the end of the day, if you want to create better content, you need to share your own experiences, opinions, and examples. That's what makes your content more helpful. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.